Bull was like, he was like starting to back off, like he could hear him though, like they wasn't even being secret. He started to back up, and before
Speaking of cars, let's speak on it. Cars. When
Okay.
y'all two, when you bought the car,
My car.
Yeah,
Oh,
when you bought
Jesus. Do we want to get into this?
Mm-hmm.
Do we really want to get into
No, I was
this?
just playing. No, I forgot.
Yes.
No,
No, it's fine. Go ahead.
Okay.
you bought it from what I remember. We had
I bought the
you
car.
had
I bought the car.
$1,500,
Yeah, she
Yes,
did.
I bought the
She
car.
did.
So
She did.
meaning it was my car.
Okay.
bought
But
the
I had
car.
to put it in his name because I didn't have a license.
Right, and then we just kept it at whose house?
He kept it and never let me get it. He just like I said, stole it. I
Like
would
a
say he
Devo.
stole it, but
Wait,
we'll just say that.
when I was getting to the
Really? We'll just say. I think you said the max you can say.
we was at a block party and I forgot how
Oh
we met
yeah,
the boy. What's
I
his
know what
name?
you're talking
I
about.
forget his name. We call him T. I forget his name. We just call him T. I had met this boy T at the block party that day that the block party was there. You was there, and I guess just we around probably.
That's when I was talking to the chick.
um who what it doesn't matter. We was probably like around what 18 when you bought the car, 19, something like that.
I was 18.
All right, so 18, 19. So we all at the block party.
No.
And matter of fact, I was in high school.
17.
Matter of fact, when she bought the car,
It was
I was 17.
It was the summer I was
Yeah.
18. So it was probably like
because I was in high school when literally she bought the car.
It was
Yeah,
like
I remember
June,
that.
July. So he was 18.
Oh,
But
that's probably why.
I still didn't turn 8. No, it was because I didn't have a license. That's why. I did not have a license. I didn't
So
get a
yeah,
license.
she's right. We definitely was hanging out before we graduated high school.
right.
Yeah, for
Get the mic
sure.
on it. You
That's
talking on
right.
top? No, Chris. Talk to like this part, not
Right
top.
here, Chris.
Like on. There you go.
There you go. You got it.
But I don't know if you ever heard this story, but it was me, Chris T. It might have been somebody else or whatever. And the conversation that was like the end of the block party was like 9:30. They deflating the blow up things. The lights is coming on. Cars starting to get parked back on the block, and they like, "What we doing next? Like, what we doing next?" And the boy T was like, "Yo, I'm trying to go see some Joan live out."
Mhm.
Out west or something, wherever she lived at, but he didn't have a car. Mind you, we just met him that night. Like I might have knew him for like 3 days,
Yeah.
and I don't know how you got your car got or y'all's car got suggested,
Wow.
but he was like,
Was I there?
No, you wasn't. No.
no,
course
so
I
he wasn't there.
wasn't.
What was
No.
the crazy? I don't even remember. That's what I was gonna ask him about it. So T and him start talking or whatever. Somehow, some way or another, he was like, "Oh, let me borrow the car for like an hour." He was like, "All right, cool." Gave him the keys. T pulls off,
Wow.
and he's like, "I'll be back in an hour."
Yo, shut the hell up.
An hour
Wow.
came and went. 2 hours, 3 hours. Now it's 12 o'clock. We like, damn. I don't know if cell phones is a thing back then or not, but we couldn't get a hold of him. So then, was it the next day?
Yeah, it was the very next day. We went to his job at Blockbuster. It was me.
Yeah,
Not Blockbuster. I'm sorry. Best Buy. It was me, B, and I forget who. I forget who the third person was. I think it was matter of fact James. I think it might have been James.
Oh, yeah.
So James was like, matter of fact, he knew the dude.
Oh,
And he was like, yo, I know where he lived at. So we went to his crib that morning and we knocked on the door. His mom was like, like kind of nervous. She was like, what? Well, like, what's going on? Because his mom lived in like this nice little neighborhood.
Mhm.
And B had drove us there. And she was like, well, what's going on? His sister popped up and she was like, what happened? Is he in trouble again? Like, that's what she said. She was like, is he in trouble again? And I was like, yo, where does he work at? I mean, and whatever the case might be. So she was like, yeah, he works at the Best Buy right there.
Damn, she
near
just
Willow
told
Grove.
y'all? Like,
Yeah.
That's crazy.
His mom was like, she was real nervous. She was nervous.
If
Like, she
three
really
people
was.
Coming to my house looking for my son or daughter, and I don't know them from a can of paint, and I'm gonna just tell him where he worked.
Well, no. We explained the situation. I explained that literally he took the car, whatever the case might be. He was supposed to bring it back, whatever. She was like, and they knew that literally he does shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, that's why his sister was like, what is he in trouble again? So when she gave me the address, told me what a Best Buy was,
But
we already knew
it's
it.
just funny how he treated it like it was his car.
Well,
Like,
at that point, it don't matter whose car it is. It ain't his.
No, but the fact that he just let somebody borrow a car, like it was that whole situation. Just that was like a learning lesson. It was
Okay.
just
All right, finish the story because
Yeah, we
I got a
learned
way
from
better topic after this.
But so
And
we
it's
ended
about
up going to
females.
Best Buy, and then we seen him out on the floor. So you know what I mean, like we approached him and all that stuff. He was like, oh, what's going on, yo, all that stuff. And I'm like, I know. I was like, dog,
I know.
what the fuck happened to the car? And he was like, oh, my bad. This and I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm like, bro, give me the keys. So he ended up handing over the keys, and B was like, yo, just snuff him. B was like, yo, just snuff him. And James was like, dog, he was like, hit him. just hit him. And the boy was like, he was like starting to back off, like he could hear him though. Like they wasn't even being secret. He started to back up, and he was like, yo, dog, I'm trying to explain to you this,
Like,
and
dog,
I'm like, dog, look, I'm not
ain't
gonna
nothing
snuff
to
you,
explain.
but I'm like, dog, like you a nut for what you did. Like you a nut for what you did.
Let me
So-
borrow your car until
I was like,
get done, and then he took it to work.
yeah,
Nah,
at
nah,
that. Like
them
he knew what the fuck he was doing. So we was like, all right. I was like, dog, I'm gonna just leave it alone, whatever the case might be. And then you mean like we ended up going to like a party later on that night or some shit. But
With the keys and with the car.
no,
You hear what they
not
did
with the
your
car.
Matter of fact, now I think about it was with the car. You told me because you had called me from the party.
Well, no, it wasn't with the car.
All right,
We
no.
ended up driving that night. And the boy was like, he was like starting to back off, like he could hear him though. Like they wasn't even being secret. He started to back up, and